Hello one and all! This is my review, reaction, and cut content discussion of That Time Reincarnated Slime, Season 3, Episode 7. And after 6 long episodes of meetings and discussions and talking, we are finally getting to the point where Rimuru and Hinata meet. The ultimate confrontation! And if this episode goes as slowly as other episodes of season half, I'm expecting that to be where, the episode ends. They meet across the field, they stare at each other, cut to credits. But I'm honestly really hoping they go a bit past that, because right afterwards is one of my favorite fights in this entire freaking series. No, not Rimuru versus Hinata, a much smaller scale fight, but one that's just so absolutely hilarious to watch. And I so want to see it animated. But alright, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we know you, Hinata. You got a bunch of big important titles because you're a big important person. La-di-da. Rimuru is a freaking demon lord and a god to his people. Yeah, for the record, Disintegration is literally the strongest spell in the school of spiritual magic. It destroys literally everything. Aw, Rimuru has bad dreams by the time Hinata came very close to killing him. That being said, that was back when he was a regular old slime. Now he's a demon lord who was way stronger. Though that also being said, Rimuru knows that Hinata was really holding back then because she didn't need to show off her full powers to take out a lowly slime. Yeah, this is actually really important. The light novel just super emphasizes the fact that on the way from Inglacia to Blumend, this group has a really bad time. They're camping out, there's no inns, they're eating cold food, it's just overall miserable. I know they're all enlightened and Hinata is a saint, but still, it is not a pleasant experience for any of them, and that will be very important later on in this episode. Yeah, also, Hinata can teleport. She has that power. She's just not doing it because she wants to be, at her full strength when she encounters Rimuru in case she does actually want to fight. Also, maybe she thinks it'd be a bit, I don't know the term, threatening if she showed up with teleportation literally right outside of his gates. Yeah, also she brought the freaking sword the 7-day clergy gave her. Clearly she's going there with the intention that a fight might need to happen. Honestly, I love that. Given how clearly you are equipped to fight, nobody would believe that. I mean, Rimuru certainly does, and he sees her very clearly prepared to fight, and he thinks, alright, I guess she's coming here for a fight. I don't think there's any reason why she'd be coming here to talk when she's that armored up. Oh my god, they actually drew lots. I mean, something like this is mentioned in the light novel. I'm trying to draw a blank right now. I think they said they played rock, paper, scissors. That could definitely be wrong, though. So yeah, it was basically a game of chance, and oh my god. What is with this expression, man? I mean, seriously, dude on the right, Renard, you absolutely worship Hinata, so I can understand that, but you're just an angry little gremlin, man. You shouldn't be this disappointed not to come along with Hinata. They really are friends. I mean, Hinata would kill any one of them if Luminous asked for it, but still, they are friends, in a way. The Kingdom of Blumend. Holy and demonic clash. Yeah, Blumend is, by all accounts, a backwater city, a small nation that doesn't really have anything going for them except, I think, intelligence gathering. And yet now they are vibrant. They have shops open near the start of winter. Actually, in the middle of winter, they have shops and stalls open, meaning there's people here to actually do the buying and selling and all of that. Their economy has gotten a huge shot in the arm, and, I mean, I think we all know the reason why. Yeah, fresh produce. fancy outfits that you'd only see in major cities like Ingracia, major countries like Ingracia. Blummin's doing great. Good for them. Turns out the king's decision to gamble and side with a talking slime / demon lord was a really freaking good choice. Oh my god, those outfits. Oh my god, that is... okay, the one on the right isn't bad. The one on the left is absolutely hideous. Who mixes a fur coat with leather pants? I mean, I know I don't know much about fashion, but that just looks so awful. Yeah, monster material harvest from the forest of Jura by residents of the city of Tempest. It was actually probably even made in Tempest. Tempest has the best stuff. A waste of high quality stuff in such a small town. Man, that is rude. That is very rude. Also, it's not going to be a small town for very long. Rimuru is really giving it his all to turn Blummin into a major, major nation. Yeah, that's kind of a weird moment for them, as, at least according to their religion, these people have basically made a deal with the devil to get prosperity, to get, better, happier people. And that's, like, very, very evil. They've done something evil, and therefore they should be punished. But they're all just, super, super happy about it. Yeah, happy, smiling children and families. I mean, that really goes back to something that Hinata said about Lubelius, the holy city, the whole country, I mean. Back there, everyone looks serene. They're alright. They're doing all good. But here, people are smiling. They're laughing. They are actually freaking happy, which is something, she's not really used to anymore. Also, I think this has some very traumatic flashback moments for Hinata for other reasons. Yeah, you're remembering stuff, aren't you, Hinata? Oh. Yes, 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 yes! Okay, by far, this might actually be the best scene in this volume right here. I love it so much. Ramen! Oh, Hinata? Yes, yes, that double take. Oh god, that double take. Gotta rewatch that. Oh, ramen. Ramen! Love this. Absolutely love this. Yeah, she's serious. She is very serious about this. Because it's actually really important to mention here that there have been a lot of otherworlders who have come to this world, but they've all been so focused on survival that they haven't really managed to make a major imprint in terms of the culinary arts. Also, it's just so hard to find the right ingredients needed to make something like ramen. But Rimuru is... oh, he's special. And in fact, there's a whole bonus chapter of the manga that shows him investing in ramen, basically going to Molly and saying, I have this idea for a food. And I think he actually makes a franchise out of it. And he makes so much money as a result. In fact, that actually goes into his personal slush fund, because then he doesn't actually like using the money of Tempest, even though that's all his money. He's like, no, that's for the country. I want my own money. That way I can just, go around having fun and doing wild, crazy shenanigans without feeling guilty. Yes, 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 ramen. That is absolutely ramen. Oh god, they actually cut out one of the best parts, which was Hinata ordering it, because she was very, very clear about how exactly she wanted the ramen cooked. Like, going through all these steps, all the processes, all of that. Like, I don't even know enough about ramen to actually replicate what she said, but she was very, very serious about how she ordered her ramen. And then when everyone else asked, hey, Hinata, what exactly is ramen? She responded, oh, it's something you might have had difficulty eating. At which point, the light novel literally says they worry that she was about to eat monkey brains in front of them. Oh god, I love this girl. Really, though, they were talking about the chopsticks. Because, yes, Rimuru also brought back chopsticks. In fact, not only chopsticks, but breakaway chopsticks, because he's just so absolutely extra. And Rimuru's freaking on the bowl. The symbol of Rimuru is on the bowl of ramen.
照明まさにラーメンだわ。
これは一体どういう食べ物なのですか？
しかも割り箸。
Yes, literally breakaway chopstick. Rimuru went the extra mile for that. Which is just so absolutely insane of him. Seriously. He had people put in real time, effort, and energy into making breakaway chopsticks to create a more authentic feel for people who ate the ramen. The slime is just so extra, and I love it. Okay, again, seriously, they've been so precise about all the meanings up to this point, and now they're skipping the best parts. When Hinata first took a sip of the ramen, she actually burned herself because she was not used to eating hot foods after weeks, traveling to Blummen, living off of cold rations. And then she hid her embarrassment while everyone else thought she had been poisoned. That was such a great scene. Why would they skip that? Yeah, it's at this point she realizes, okay, Rimuru, he is 100% Japanese because there's no other reason why he would go the extra mile to be this authentic with ramen. Yeah, seriously, just use a spoon. Chopsticks are not that easy to learn. Tasty! Oh, I love it. I mean, his face is literally on the bowl right there. You can see him. Obviously, he's involved in this. Goiza! Oh, wow. Look at that hand movement. Oh, okay. She did actually burn herself. She was so excited to eat the goiza, she burned herself. Alright. I'm glad they kept that in. I mean, not as funny as I'm thinking she was poisoned, but yeah, that was hilarious. Okay, no, this is actually way funnier. How can the world's strongest not handle hot food? I mean, she's literally a spiritual being. She's not even physical. I'm not even sure how she's sensing how hot could actually burn her like that. Oh, death stare. Love that death stare. So she does have a sensitive tongue. Though I think they actually said cat tongue, because I definitely heard the term neko. Though maybe neko means sensitive. I know neko means cat. That's literally all I know about Japanese. Again with the eye beams! Jesus Christ. Okay, undoubtedly, this is the best episode of the season. Oh yeah, you do not take Hinata's last goiza, man. Wow, that movement. This is my prey. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. Yep, a product directly from the Demon Lord himself. Actually, and the light novel, she says, actually, she says, like a whisper, actually, I heard that this meal was a fervent request from the Demon Lord for his dinner, but she says in kind of a loud whisper so everyone hears and like, oh my god, this is food personally designed by the Demon Lord. It must be the best food ever. I'm so curious. I want to try it. Because Rimuru is an absolutely fantastic salesman. Yeah, seriously, everyone's looking like, oh my god, food made for a Demon Lord, food made for a Demon Lord, I gotta try it. Yeah, Hinata even said, she must have been, she must have been versed to advertise it like that. So yeah, she was intentionally saying it out loud so that people would get curious. Such a nice little detail. Did she seriously just say you're gonna get fat to this girl? That is so mean. Though it is true, Hinata probably won't get fat. I mean, like I said, she is a spiritual life form, so putting on weight seems unlikely, I think. I'm not actually sure. I don't think it's possible. Oh, that blush. Oh god, seriously, so happy here. I mean, I was so worried they were gonna skip this scene because, like I said, favorite scene in the light novel. It's just so fantastic. And now we get to the Great Forest of Jura, literally one of the most treacherous places in the entire world, an Eden of monsters, a place where even B-ranked adventurers can die at the drop of a hat. Such a smooth ride, it almost bores me. Yeah, seriously. The roads leading from Blumend to the Den of Monsters is as well paved as the streets of Ingracia's capital, the most advanced city in the entire West, and yet this goes for miles and miles and miles. There's even road signs and fences, and I don't see it here, but the light novel mentions like actual gutters so that rain doesn't, build up on the road itself. Yes, that was another, the anti-magic barriers set across the highway. I saw some people complaining before, like, oh, they shouldn't have bothered mentioning the anti-magic barriers. It wasn't important, it wasn't relevant. It was. It absolutely was for this moment right here. Hinata realizes that Rimuru is putting in so much time and effort into making sure that the merchants, the families, whoever wants to come to Tempest can do so without any fear, without fear or risk of being attacked by monsters. He's really putting in the effort to sell up his own city. Yeah, there's some monsters. Like, oh my god, they must be attackers. They must be here to take us down because they've spotted us. No, dude. Those are just the highway patrolmen making sure everything's okay. And, looking out for your own best interest, trying to keep you safe too. Oh my god, I love the uniform. I absolutely love the uniform. And the old dude in the back, he just looks like a grizzled old cop, and I love it so much. Of course, the dire wolves look a little scary, but also just so fluffy and adorable. Yes, no dumping garbage, no fighting on the road, use the drinking fountains located every 6 miles when camping, patrol stations are located every 12 miles, and inns are located every 25 miles. So much work, so much effort has been put into this freaking highway. Oh, interesting. Kilometers. That is so strange. Okay, I've said this many times before, I love the detail, but in the light novel it says that the world doesn't actually use the concept of miles, but remember, like, I know miles, so I'll use miles, and the rest of the world will just have to figure it out on their own. But then as I was, about to record this episode, I thought to myself, wait a minute, doesn't Japan use kilometers? What's up with that? But they do, so the anime is using kilometers, meaning, I think when they translated the light novel to English, they not only switched miles to kilometers, but they also They also translated it. So instead of 10 kilometers, the light novel said 6 miles. Jesus Christ. That is so much effort. Why would you not just say kilometers? I know we're not super familiar with the term, but we would have figured it out. They kept it in. They actually mentioned that the people of this world don't know what a kilometer is. Okay, that's interesting because I mean, when they were doing the whole demonstration about the glowing stone tablets that were the monster barrier, they were set up to be like just a couple of meters apart, but now they're saying they're every 10 kilometers apart, which, yes, that's exactly where they should be, so that seems like a bit inconsistent, but alright, moving on. Yes, they actually have drinking fountains. Real, actual drinking fountains every 6 freaking miles. That is such an insane aspect, insane everything in this world. Yes, they're giving away free freaking water. I mean, remember when the rest of them can create a lot of, water with magic, but still, that is very impressive. Yes, it is literally like a camping site. Actually, Light Novel said it's like a camping site you would see off the highway in Japan, off of every off-ramp in Japan's highways, which really made me think, does Japan just have that many campsites? Is there literally one on every exit for every highway? Because I don't really think camping when I think Japan. I mean, I know there was that one anime about camping, but yeah, I have a lot of questions about that. I mean, I've read a lot of manga, I've watched a lot of anime, and camping sites located that frequently aren't a thing I've ever actually really seen represented, so I don't know, very strange. Also, they have like little overhangs in case you want to get out of the rain, which such a nice detail. Yeah, seriously, this is the point where Hinata actually gets a little bit irked because Rimuru is not only, thriving, succeeding, but he's able to go the next step. He's having such an easy time at it. He's able to focus on little things like making sure the campsites are set up properly or that the chopsticks break in half properly. He's just she actually says, he makes it look so freaking easy. Yes. Of course they're all like, oh god, what do we do to tick her off? But no, she's just irritated at how easy things seem to be for Rimuru. Oh, they're including this conversation too. Actually, in this conversation, Yukio even says that the cake they're eating now is because Rimuru imported rum to them, or exported rum to them. Yeah, that's true. I mean, at this point, they've seen enough to realize, okay, Rimuru is great. I mean, seriously, this is the best city country we've ever seen before. He's putting so much effort into making sure his people are happy and satisfied and that trade can come back and forth as frequently as possible. He is a goddamn saint. There's a lot we can learn from him. I believe we should try to implement them in Lubelius. You realize how absolutely insane that is? They're taking tips on governing from a demon lord when it is their mission to fight the demon lords. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, that'd be really hard to take back. If they said he's a divine enemy, they can't really just go around and say, oh, actually, we made a mistake. He's not a divine enemy. Without the church just looking absolutely awful. So yeah, now they're just hoping that Hinata can properly apologize to him and they can move on forward together as friends. Hopefully, maybe, probably not, but maybe. I'll have to be as heartfelt with it as I can. She says that with the most placid face imaginable. Oh god, I love they kept this detail in here too. Basically, monsters don't really get money as a concept, so they actually have to work with humans who explain money to them, who give them on-site training. And Hinata's seeing this. Hinata's seeing humans and monsters working side by side, collaboratively, helping one another, and she thinks to herself, maybe my entire religion is wrong. I mean, not that far, but she does think she needs to reconsider Luminous's teachings. Because, yeah, this just fully breaks her entirely. This is not how things are supposed to be. Monsters are supposed to be evil, and yet now they're getting on-the-site training about how money works, so they could better run an inn together. Oh my god. He wouldn't! You must know that something's wrong here. You must know the message was way too short. You must know it was super suspicious that the 7-day clergy brought that message to you like they did. Super, super suspicious.
Hinataの一団は予測通り、今日の夕刻にはテンペストに達すると思われます。
How much time do you have left? Still good 10-15 minutes, so... I think we're going to end with the confrontation with Hinata, which, I mean, I would like to see what happens after that, but that fight is something that deserves its own time, so I'm perfectly okay with that being, next episode, especially after this one gave us the ramen. Oh my god, I'm so glad they kept that in.
いえ、この程度。それよりも、毒を持ってhinataを抹殺しておく。
Yeah, that was a thing. Zoe fully suggested poisoning her while she was at the inn. Because that would make things much, much easier. I'm not really sure what kind of poison would work on a saint, but, Zoe's creative. He could probably figure something out.
およそ2週間。その濃度が低いな。
Oh. Are actually gonna get his backstory too? That'd be interesting. I mean, I guess we do have time for it. It would do a good job setting up next episodes. We get right into the action. Curious. Oh boy, okay, this is gonna be a painful scene to watch, but basically, rendered right here, he is the vice captain of the Crusaders and a holy wizard, meaning he's mastered a spectral magic, elemental magic, and spiritual magic, and even beyond that, he's also almost as skilled with a sword as well, trying to mimic Hinata's style, because he fully worships the girl after she saved him from the Demon Lord Valentine, the same Demon Lord who killed a lot of his classmates. So what's about to be said is really gonna rock him. Yes, Hinata was involved with the same Demon Lord who almost murdered you. Oh yeah, we killed Demon Lord Valentine. We're the ones who did it. Jesus Christ, man. Seriously. He revealed that to us as he begged for mercy. Yes, we are so powerful. We made a demon lord beg for mercy. The important thing here is that it's not a total lie. I mean, technically, she is working with the Demon Lord Valentine, or she was before he was killed. That's part of the whole, vampire secretly running the church thing. I've said this before, I've said it many times. The best lies are ones that stick as close to the truth as possible. You mix in a little truth, you mix in a little lies, people can't really tell which is which, and they're more likely to believe you. Yeah, just a little thing like that. Just defeat Demon Lord Rimuru by yourself, and, that way we can prove that Hinata isn't actually evil, because if she rushes in and tries to save him, that means she's a bad guy. That means she actually is working with him. Such an absolutely stupid plan, but he is very desperate right now, and he would never doubt 7-day clergy, literal saints, not saints, let's just say saints among the religion, figures of fairy tale, of legend. I mean, they are some of the earliest members of the church, so therefore they are completely and fully reliable. Yeah, that's also another very good point, because no one's actually felt the magical destruction of the evil dragon Veldor. If he actually was awake, a lot more people would have died by now. I mean, technically, the 20,000 members of the Kingdom Fulmus died, but nobody really saw that, except Archbishop Brahim, and even then, he didn't actually see the evil dragon. In fact, his story was literally, there was no evil dragon, it was just freaking Rimuru. And that's why, at the start of this flashback right before it, he's like, there's no high density of magicules in the forest. Therefore, Veldora clearly hasn't awakened, because if he had, we would feel him by now, meaning that he now truly believes Hinata has betrayed them.
全てが狂言であったとは思えぬか。日向様が裏切るなど考えられない。あの方を救えるのは自分。
I'm the only one who can save her. I'm her knight in shining armor. Dude, seriously. You are being so pathetic right now. Oh, even the bow. Even the bow. Oh my god. I mean, like I said, Hinata saved him from Demon Lord Valentine years ago, and he was so moved by her skill and everything, they decided to move to the country, cut off all ties with his family, and become a paladin just so he could serve by her side. Also in the light novel, they accuse Hinata of killing Archbishop Brahim, which, I mean, yeah, that would honestly make more sense than them killing him. I mean, seriously, how exactly would you kill someone inside the holy country unless you were a member of the holy country? Siege the entire town with a force of 100. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, there were paladins here. Were there paladins here last time, or just holy knights? I think it might have been holy knights. Either way, Benimaru killed them all. Well, everyone killed them all, but Benimaru killed a bunch of them. Yep, now they're moving in the 4 cardinal directions to set up the holy field, which will seriously weaken the monsters. So, yeah, this is a full-on declaration of war. Oh, there we go! The Team Immortal, love them. Yeah, like I said, as soon as they... Oh god, she's adorable. As soon as they start moving in the 4 cardinal directions, that was declaration of war, and now it's on. Time to fight, time to battle. And also, funnily enough, little goblin girl over here, she's actually older than Gapta is, somehow. Yeah, goblins age really weird. Ambush, absolute ambush. Also, Hinata didn't even know you were coming here, dude. Again, Hinata has no idea these dudes are even here. Wow, that is way more clear. In the light novel, she's got this weird garbled battle sages on move, kind of like cut up intercepted message. Here she gets the full-on thing. Battle sages are secretly participating in the Civil War, which is not something Hinata told them to do at all. Actually, in the light novel, she had another call out to the Holy Emperor first, asking him, did you send out the battle sages? But either way, Rimuru saw that there was a magical call going on and blocked it, because, yeah, there's no reason to let your enemy communicate better with one another. Oh, Rimuru. You are gonna be very surprised about this battle. It's actually a pretty well animated battle. Oh, Gabzo is so serious. Love that dude. Yeah, they are literally immortal. There's literally nothing you can do to actually kill them. They'll just keep coming at you. Well, you see, this is the result of your last attack on Tempest. You killed a bunch of people, and now Rimuru decided to make it so they can never die again. Yeah, even a blow like that is barely enough to slow them down. That blow, meanwhile, much more devastating. Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. Oh, I love it. So yeah, basically Team Reborn trained with poison, paralysis, sleep daggers. They could build the resistance on themselves, and now they're using them to knock out the Templars, the Paladins, because Rimuru doesn't want any of them actually to die, so he's just, knocking them out and tying them up. God, that's terrifying. That is so terrifying. Seriously, man. They're all just in a big pile. Oh my god. Oh, she is so adorable and such a bloodthirsty killer. Yeah, sorry, Rimuru. Team Reborn is way stronger than you expected. Such admiration. Oh, I love it. Also, in the light novel, Gabwa, is it? Yeah, Gabwa. It's like, wait a minute, at the meeting we said we were supposed to hold them off. Well, Gobso responded, wait a minute, she told us we had to win at all cost. So yeah, Xian went really seriously into this battle. Yeah. I mean, I gotta admire Gobso actually being willing to stand up and try to correct her, but don't do it, man. Just don't do it. Also, Xian has become self-aware enough that she realizes that her cooking can actually be considered a punishment for some people. Or all people. This is seriously well animated. Again, this is not a major fight. This is just a little sideshow, and yet they're putting in some good effort into it. I guess this is where all the season's budget went. Yeah, sorry man, that's not enough to stop him. And that really is their strategy here. Basically, the Crusaders attack one of the goblins, seemingly kill them, and the goblin comes back up because he's freaking immortal and delivers a surprise blow. And then they paralyze him. Also, I think Gobso should have pain nullification by this point, so that shouldn't have really hurt him at all. Pain nullification, which he got by keeping a dagger in his forehead for an entire day. Yeah, that dude's crazy. Yeah, Hinata, I'm sorry to say, things aren't going exactly as you planned. Seriously. Oh, that look of shock, that look of horror, just like, how? Why? What? Oh, I love this girl. Oh yeah, even more so than the fact that, the 100 Crusaders are actually here, is the fact they are losing to freaking goblins.
交渉だけで済むとは思う。
Yeah, I mean, you could say this is all one big misunderstanding, but you led an entire army into Tempest. And this is the second time you seemingly tried to kill Rimuru, so yeah, they're not gonna believe you. I wouldn't believe you. That's an insanely stupid story.
リムル。
俺は三重士、それに王が、いや鬼人ですか。
違うわね。あれは鬼よ。聞いたことがありません。神通力を操る土地神級の魔物だと。実際にはオーガの進化系統の一つらしいけど、そこに至る者はごく少数。
And Rimuru has two of them. Three of them? I forget if Shion and the other guy turned to Onis or not. They might still be Kijin, but I'm not sure.
級の危険度だと認識しなさい。
Actually, they're a bit more than special rank territory. In fact, it's even said that Benimaru and Shion could both become demon lords if they wanted to, and you know they weren't serving Rimuru.
王の領域、我々は招かれざる客ってことですね。
こっちの部下も4人。偶然じゃない。リムルが数を合わせたと考えるべき。
Yep, Rimuru planned out all of this, sort of you.
俺とお前の一騎打ちでな。そうね。あなたは私との一騎打ち。
No, he really, really didn't. And you should have figured out by now that he didn't want to fight. You're the one who literally led an army here. I know it wasn't your choice, but there's no way he's not going to think you want to fight after seeing this.
飛んでいるのだったわね。邪魔はされたくないということなのかしら。第二部隊、敵を森へ追い込め。地形を利用しろ。リムル様、予定通りです。全然予定通りじゃないだろう。お褒め。
Such an honor to receive your praise. Yeah, I actually kind of get where she's coming from here. Like, the orders were to hold them back, and she is winning, so him saying this wasn't the plan is him acknowledging she's doing better than she's doing better than he expected. I mean, I kind of get that logic, but still, just that smile, all that innocence, I love it so much. Oh, we're actually gonna get... No, we're not gonna get this fight. Next episode for sure. I'm so excited for it. Yep, Shion just flew, by the way. She jumped so hard, she actually flew across the battlefield.
やれやれ。思ったより早かったな。
Oh, I love that turn. I love that camera motion. That was so good. Hair blowing in the wind. Oh, God. Oh, I love this. Absolutely freaking love this. Alright. Holy mother of God. That was... yeah, undeniably best episode of this entire freaking season. So good. Hinata's travel to Tempest. Hinata, really reflecting on all the things Rimuru's talked about this season. And then the battle, Team Reborn versus the Paladins. Absolutely crushing the Paladins. And also, like I said, Rimuru... oh, wow, I actually noticed that before. So this is basically a scene from that special chapter of the manga I mentioned where, Rimuru and Molly work together to actually make ramen. And the detail I love so much here is in the background, you see a fish dude who was upset when he ordered fish ramen and found out it had fish in it because he thought it was ramen meant for fish. Though he didn't mind it that much because he also eats fish despite being a fish, so... it was such a weird scene. Such a weird scene. Anyway, though, yeah, this is the goblin that Rimuru used to actually invent ramen and to perfect all different variations and whatnot. And him and Molly are smiling because they made so much money on it. Seriously, Rimuru literally introduced a ramen franchise into this world. Next episode, Barking Up the Wrong Tree. Which does make a lot of sense. Alright, so like I said, the greatest episode we've got in this season. Greatest episode we've got in this series? I mean, certainly like top 5 for me, absolutely. Oh, we got Hinata's trip to Blumend. which was cold and miserable and just awful, and then her trip from Blummin to Tempest, and it was wonderful. She stayed at fancy inns with fancy baths. She ate great food every day. There were rest sites. There was free water. It was all so amazing, and she realized, oh my god, Rimuru is actually a really great guy. I'm so glad I didn't, do something stupid and start a fight with him, only for her to find out that she had in fact started a fight with him. Or at least the people that work under her started a fight with her, which means, by transient properties, she started a fight with him. Holy mother of God, that was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. And the fighting, Team Reborn, that was so well done. I mean, obviously not like top tier animation, but they really put the work into it for such a small scene, for such a small battle. Alright, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. A lot of people have been complaining, we've gotten this far, 6 episodes in, that not a whole lot has happened, but this episode more than made up for it, and it really set the stage for the rest of these fights, the rest of these battles. Rimuru versus Hinata, Shion versus Renard, Rimuru's 4 people against Hinata's 4 people, and don't forget, it was also mentioned that the 3 battle sages are now in Falmouth, participating in the Civil War, which means they're going to end up facing off against Diablo, Gapta, and whoever else was sent there, so... Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun, but please let me think down below. Was this the best episode of the season? Was this the best episode of the series? What do you think? And until next time, peace!